A year ago, Akaash Singh was one of the biggest rising names in comedy. Every week, millions of people watched him alongside Andrew Schulz on Flagrant, one of the most successful comedy podcasts on the internet. The show didn't just make Akaash more recognizable, it completely changed his career. It turned Akaash from a respected comedian into someone who could sell out comedy clubs and headline shows across the country. So when he suddenly walked away from Flagrant, fans were confused. Because this wasn't just a comedian leaving a podcast, this was someone leaving the platform that helped make him famous. And the strangest part, there was no huge farewell episode, no final goodbye between two friends who built something together. No emotional moment where fans got closure. Instead, Akaash was just gone. And almost immediately, one theory started spreading throughout the comedy community. Many Flagrant fans believe Akaash left because of his wife, Jasleen Singh. Now, nobody outside of Akaash and the people closest to him knows exactly what happened behind the scenes, but the reason this theory became so popular is because the timing was hard for fans to ignore. Before Akaash left, Jasleen became involved in a major online controversy.
This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money, and my money is my money.
What?
That controversy created tension between her and many Flagrant viewers. Old clips involving Andrew and Jasleen resurfaced.
I think Akaash and Akaash's wifey and me were on much better terms.
Oh, word?
Absolutely.
We had dinner.
And shortly after all of this, Akaash left the show that helped build his career. To understand why people were so shocked by Akaash leaving, you have to understand what Flagrant actually did for him. Before Flagrant, Akaash Singh was already a talented comedian. He had been performing stand-up for years. He was respected by other comedians, but he wasn't a mainstream name. He wasn't someone who could walk into any city and immediately sell out venues. Flagrant completely changed that. The podcast gave Akaash something that every comedian dreams of, a massive audience that saw him every single week. Millions of people didn't just become fans of Andrew Schulz. They became fans of Akaash. They knew his personality. They knew his humor. They knew his stories. And eventually, that online popularity translated into real-world success. Akaash became a comedian who could headline shows, sell tickets, and build a much larger fan base. A huge part of that growth came directly from the exposure he received on Flagrant. The podcast wasn't just a side project, it was arguably the biggest reason Akaash became the level of comedian he is today. Which is exactly why his decision to leave shocked so many people. Because he wasn't walking away from some random opportunity. He was walking away from the machine that helped make him famous. But even though Flagrant changed Akaash's career, there was always an interesting dynamic between him and Andrew. The podcast was technically built around both of them, but most viewers always saw Andrew Schulz as the main guy, and that's not unusual. Comedy partnerships are rarely viewed as completely equal, whether it's because of personality, stage presence, or simply public perception. One person almost always ends up becoming the face of the duo, while the other takes on more of a supporting role. That doesn't diminish their contribution, but it does shape how audiences see them. And with Flagrant, Andrew was clearly that person. Andrew's stand-up career exploded. His specials gained massive attention. His interviews constantly went viral.
So you're born in North Korea.
Yeah.
Are you going there on the next tour?
They don't do comedy shows there, do you?
He became the person most associated with the brand. Even the setup of the podcast reinforced that image. Andrew was usually the one leading conversations. He was the one interviewing guests. He was the one controlling the direction of episodes. Meanwhile, Akaash was beside him bringing reactions, jokes, and his famous laugh that became part of the show's identity.
Oh, suck that dude's.
The situation surrounding Jasleen Singh completely changed the way people viewed everything. The controversy started when clips from Jasleen's content began spreading online.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
The bigger issue became how, instead of seeing the backlash as just people disagreeing with her opinions or jokes, Jasleen argued that much of the criticism came from people who were acting out of hate, sexism, or racism. And this is where the relationship between Jasleen and the Flagrant audience started to become much more complicated. Jasleen viewed the Flagrant audience differently from Akaash's stand-up audience. She saw podcast fans as toxic or problematic, while seeing stand-up fans as the people who truly appreciated Akaash. And the reason many fans believe this situation wasn't just about one controversy is because they felt the tension between Jasleen and Andrew Schulz had existed for years. After Akaash left Flagrant, old clips started resurfacing. One of the biggest examples involved Akaash's wedding. On an old episode of Flagrant, Andrew joked about potentially not being invited. At the time, everyone treated it as typical Flagrant humor.
If there's a power,
Your girl
if
that
there's
might not get invited to the wedding.
Yeah, like yo, fam, if you didn't invite me to a wedding, I would be
I gotta
pissed.
fight for this invite, dog.
Yo, real talk. If you didn't invite me to, like, your girl shouldn't be at the wedding before me. Like, when you really think about it, like,
Why is it?
I got more of a place at the wedding than your girl.
Why is that?
I know you longer.
Another clip that resurfaced involved Jasleen doing schoolwork inside the Flagrant studio before recording. Andrew joked that she should leave because they were about to film. The situation turned into a disagreement between Andrew and Akaash.
Was that rude?
Yes,
How was that rude, Akaash? Yeah.
kind of rude.
Why was it rude?
Kind of rude. It's his
Was it
lady,
rude?
bro.
Akaash, was it rude?
I don't care. I'll do it when I get home. I won't. You know what I mean, like,
Oh, you should leave it in. You should start right now.
Hold on.
Lord.
Hold on.
definitely don't leave it in.
Before we start, because we already started, but was that rude? Was that rude? First of all, something that I learned today that I had only heard in rumors prior was that Akaash's girl does not like young Hezzy
Really?
at all.
Really? I mean,
I felt a vibe.
I don't
Oh,
blame
she
her.
don't like you.
Oh my God.
No, dog, she don't like you.
Why? Why is that?
At the time, it was just another funny argument that became content. But after the later controversy, many fans started seeing these moments as signs that the relationship between Andrew and Jasleen may have always been complicated. Then came the announcement that shocked fans Akaash Singh was leaving Flagrant.
The experience has put things in perspective for him. And he's made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod. It is bittersweet.
And on paper, that explanation makes sense. But things didn't stop there. After leaving Flagrant, fans noticed that Akaash stopped following several people connected to the situation, including Andrew Schultz, DJ Academics, and Charlemagne the God. Immediately, people started speculating about why. The reason these unfollows stood out is because all three people had been involved in conversations surrounding the controversy. Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne the God discussed the Akaash situation on their podcast.
Keep your wife off the internet.
internet. Why does your wife have a microphone in her face? Do not allow your wife to start a motherfucking podcast, bro.
So when Akaash later unfollowed Andrew, DJ Academics, and Charlemagne, many fans interpreted it as him distancing himself from people who had publicly discussed or criticized the situation involving his wife.
Yo, Akaash, I apologize. I'm here to publicly apologize to Akaash. Akaash unfollowed me, so I hit Grand. I'm like, yo, Grand, yo, did you see? Because Akaash followed all of us. Akaash followed me, Grand, everybody. Akaash has unfollowed us all. Me, Andrew, Grand. Yo, Grand hit me, was like, yo, even the wife was following me. She unfollowed my ass too. I'm like, oh! Yo, I want to sincerely put out an apology. I don't know if maybe I've made some jokes. I'm not a comedian, but I try to, Akaash, I love you. I do. People were discussing your situation. Trust me. All things given, I think everybody went a little light. We love you. Come be friends with us again, man. I don't know. Like, he disappeared from my favorite podcast. Now he doesn't follow me. I'm not going to unfollow you. I'm telling you now, Akaash, I love you. I'm not going to unfollow you. And anything people ever said about you is because they love you. I know it might not seem that way, but we love you.
After leaving Flagrant, the biggest question became what happens to him now, because for years, Flagrant was the biggest platform connected to his career. But one thing that immediately caught people's attention was how different Akaash appeared just a few months after his departure. Many fans noticed that he had gained a significant amount of weight and looked almost unrecognizable compared to the version of him they were used to seeing every week on Flagrant. The change quickly became a topic of discussion online, with some people wondering whether the stress and pressure surrounding his departure had affected him personally. Recently, another moment caught people's attention when Jasleen posted a video showing him injecting peptides. The clip immediately sparked questions from viewers. Was this part of Akaash's attempt to get healthier and lose weight, or was it simply meant to be a funny moment that people were reading too much into?